Hey, what's up, guys? My name's DrWeez, and welcome to my OC show, my OC channel, shall I say, not show. I'm not the French guys from the OC show. So, welcome to another episode where I plan to just do some basic testing of some new gadgets I got in the OC lab, namely, first one being this little jobby right here, this little Bluetooth earpiece and microphone. It should resolve a real big problem I've been having with the stream in the past, which was the audio quality. So it's been, hopefully this one I'll resolve it. The off-air testing I did was quite good. The other thing I have got that is new is a new video converter. So this one here now will take the VGA signal and convert it into HDMI, and I'm hoping that it does some switching a little bit better. We've been having a problem where it doesn't switch so nicely between different resolutions, and I'm hoping that this new one will sort the problem out and obviously bring a better stream through to you guys that are watching. So I've just come back from a nice little break over the Easter period, and the week before that I was away down in Cape Town for the HWBot World Tour 2016, which is hosted down in Cape Town. It's about a 2-hour flight from where I live here in Johannesburg. Overall, the competition format was fairly interesting. It was something new that I hadn't taken part in before, which is the one-on-one 30-minute showdown shoot-off story, and well, it turned out pretty good for me. I ended up winning the competition, beating Vivi in the final. I must say, I think I just got lucky, maybe with having the better cooling solution and maybe a slightly better CPU, and yeah, it was a great competition. Thanks to the HWBot and OCTV guys for coming to this part of the world and really putting on a good show for the amateurs as well that took part in the amateur competition. There's some guys that really picked up quite nicely there. I hope to see more of all of you in the future. But yeah, I think that's enough rambling on for tonight. The plan is to test this new equipment and to get some feedback from you guys. If you want to drop me a message on the chat or on MSN Messenger, you can get me via my fan page, which is Facebook.com/DrWeez_OC. And what I suggest you do as well is we've started running a competition in conjunction with Cooler Master. We are giving away an all-in-one cooler and a nice keyboard. I suggest you go along and make sure that you got your entries in. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter, which you can find the details thereof on my fan page. That would basically keep you in the loop with everything that's going on my platforms. So tonight it's really going to be just doing a little bit of pre-testing of the equipment, as I've said, and then also I want to basically just run a 6700K on the OC formula using the all-in-one cooler I got from Cooler Master and the V1200 Platinum power supply. The idea here is that while we were down in Cape Town for the Rage event, one of the sponsors was G.Skill, and I was lucky enough to win a set of memory down there. And the pre-testing I did while in Cape Town, I was able to push the memory to just about 2200 megahertz. And just out of curiosity, I wanted to see now if the impact is going to give me more megahertz on air versus, say, for instance, the OC formula. So while my overclocking on the OC formula is very limited to just doing the 1XTU run, it's going to be very interesting just to go through the process to see how it clocks memory on air versus my normal favorite, which is the impact. And based on today's findings, I'll then decide which board I might use for the G.Skill OC World Cup qualifiers, which I'm not going to waste any money on, to be honest, and I don't plan to kill an IGP. So I'm going to aim for the same as I did last year, 6th or 7th position. I'm going to Computex regardless of whether I get into these qualifiers or not. So I'm not going to risk my best 6700K, and I'm sure as hell I'm not going to go out and spend 200 euros on buying some super fancy Splave FOST memory. You know, I'm going to use what I've got and just try my best with what I've got, and just get some scores in, and then from there see how we do. So what I've got out so far, let me just switch the view quickly so you guys can actually see what I'm doing rather than looking at my ugly face. And okay, so basically all I've got done at the moment is I've got the delivered and lab processor installed. It's just a 6700K, one of my previous best. It's definitely not my my best CPU. These ASRoCs have also been labeled CPU killers by Extreme Addict and a few other people. So I'm a bit cautious until I found my own ground with them, to be honest. Yeah, different guys always seem to run into different problems with different boards all over the place. I don't really judge a board by what other people have said until I start experiencing the same issues. And I haven't experienced any issues with this board yet. So this is a full retail board. It's not a sample sent to me by ASRoC. I actually purchased it from a local distributor. So it's really got nothing special. And let me tell you, the price is not fantastic versus the likes of the MSI or the ASUS option. So I'm not too sure where they're trying to place themselves in the market in South Africa with this board. Historically, the ASRoC was always like the sort of cheaper option in comparison, but I think the local distribution market, the local distributors are not playing that game anymore, and they're actually pricing them in the same sort of league as sort of your heroes and stuff, and genies. But let's not get into all the politics of that, and let's just do some air testing. Okay. I've got a couple of WhatsApp messages coming in through here. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this mounted up. Now, sometime during next week, I plan to do some testing with the variation, with the different chips from Intel, namely the Core i3, the Core i5, and the Core i7, non-K processors. And what I plan to do is I plan to have a GTX 980 and the CPU overclocked on air, and the CPU will all be overclocked within sort of Intel spec, which would be like a maximum of like say 102 base clock and 1.35 volts to be safe. And the video card to like 1450. Now the idea behind the test I plan to do there would be to see what sort of performance gains do you get out of from moving from a Core i3 to a Core i5 in frame rates, and what sort of bottlenecks you can expect from the cheaper sort of chips. Is it necessary to always go for a Core i7? Are you going to get the most benefit out of it, or will a Core i5, for instance, be adequate for sort of mid-level gaming? And I plan to bring that series through to you next week. I will be advertising those streams prior to them happening because it is possible to do some planning, and it will be fitted in around sort of the pre-testing I'll be doing offline for the various competitions on the go at the moment. So do drop me a message if there is any particular benchmark you'd like me to run, say like for instance Metro, or if you're happy with the future marks, or if you wanted me to actually focus on anything that really interests you, let me know. I'm really am looking for suggestions on that. Alright, so I'm just looking for my screwdriver. The OC lab's still in a bit of shambles after the trip. This is the first time I've actually managed to just spend 5 minutes in here since going down to Cape Town. And to be honest, I'm still looking for a lot of things that went with and have been unpacked to unknown locations. Right, so the other thing that has wound down since I've been away was the Pro OC Cup Season 1, and Dan Kopp ended up being victorious in that round, leading Splave. So Dan Kopp finished with 45 points, leading Splave, who ended the round with 40 points. Ralph, who then finished in third on 33 points, and then myself finishing fourth on 29 points. Extreme Addict, who looks like he forgot about the submission window, did not submit a score in the last stage, and that put him into fifth overall. So the first season looks like it was quite a successful one. A lot of the guys getting into it and putting some great scores forward. In the last round was the memory clock stage, and my own admission, I did not notice that the submission window is 1 week closer than it normally is. There's usually 2 weeks between stage submissions, and being away on holiday, I was unable to actually post up any sort of competitive score, with the help of a friend who managed to just get a 1600 megahertz score, which is really bad. But unfortunately, being away, that was sort of like the best I could muster. The next season, I'll definitely diarize each submission window, rather than just trying to get benchmarks done during the window, as I thought was the idea behind it, but I misunderstood the scenarios there. So hopefully in the next season I can maybe finish in a slightly better position. Right, so I'm just going ahead and connecting up the power supply now, and like I said earlier, I'm using the Cooler Master V1200 Platinum. The power delivered by this unit is more than adequate for the air testing we're doing, and for most CPU overclocking as well. I mean, it's only when you go to the Core I, like the 5960X and stuff like that, that you really need to start worrying about having 1500 watts or more. Okay, and then the VGA card, I think we're just going to go with my trusty little, I think this is a 730, and we want to use the VGA connector. Okay, last slot. Okay, so sorry, I forgot to open up the chat is currently offline again. Okay, so don't leave a message, I probably won't get it. Right. And okay. My screen is not displaying correctly, I think. This is display properties, maybe. Everything happened to auto adjust. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the stream engine should be running. And it's fine. Let's power on and see what we've got. We might also need a operating system. Let's go with Windows 7. And course, all my SATA cable, I think, went to Cape Town and didn't come back. Luckily, I've got a whole box full. There's all that. Oh, yes. How's this looking? What's going on here? Oh, crikey. Oh, well, they say don't play with anything during the stream, but it didn't look right there. How's that looking? Oh, that looks a bit better. Maybe tear it that way. How's that? That looks good. Okay. What we should do is maybe plug some memory in, right? And just start off with this new kit. Okay, power on. Okay, HDMI output. So we got picture, and let's just have a look what we got here. One second. Okay, so I've got a picture on my screen. But I don't see any picture coming through there. That's why it wasn't plugged into the capture. Okay, so let me just restart all that. Okay, so I still don't have any picture coming through on Overmedia. One second. Let's just switch it off and on again. Ew. Okay, that's receiving signal now. Nothing there. Let's just restart the machine and see if that fixes it. Otherwise we will just go back to using HDMI. Out of range. Okay. I'm just going to go back to HDMI for the stream. I'll have to figure that out. I think it's the 144 Hz monitor that's being more pain than it's worth. Okay, so again, I'm not getting any picture on the stream. That's very frustrating. Alright, well, guessing that we're not going to come around for the video unless I restart the stream. Maybe the stream PC needs a restart. The software is definitely saying that it's receiving video, but the streaming software is not working now. I think it might be something to do with the migration. The migration I did yesterday. I basically had to update the stream PC from Windows 7 to Windows 10 in order to get the Bluetooth headset to work. And I think what I might need to do is just reinstall the drivers for that streaming device and take it from there. So I'm going to go ahead and just say cheers for now. It's a little bit pointless just watching a stupid fan turning. Well, watching a fan turning and me blabbering, talking rot. what we'll do is we might come back a little bit later, or we'll definitely be back over the weekend. There is a ton of pre-testing to be done, so subscribe to the Twitch channel if you want to know when I go online. Follow me on Facebook, check out my Instagram, and don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. So yeah, I guess so. Until next time, happy benching.